in transit today, keeps it live and local, and heads to Mont Royal, more specifically the corner of Mont Royal and Saint-Hubert. Now, the street has become a haven for pedestrians. It's a pedestrian zone, Mont Royal Street is. A busy roadway, once again closed to traffic for the summer. But as citizens stroll the street in safety, those who live nearby are dealing with a massive traffic headache as all those cars and trucks find new routes around the closed area. And with more on this, let's go to Marie Plourde, the Deputy Mayor of the City of Montreal and a councillor in the Plateau-Mont Royal. Marie, welcome back to the program.
Hey, bonjour, Elias. How are you doing?
Bonjour. It's always great to hear your happy voice on the other end of the line. So I wish
I could be there with you this morning in person, but my daughter is sick.
Oh.
It's summertime, but cold season is always there.
That's right. Next time we'll do it in studio. Okay.
Yep.
So, Maddie, let's get to what's happening here. Basically, cars and trucks specifically here, they don't really have many routes to go along. They're going on Saint-Hubert. Some of these trucks are just too wide for Saint-Hubert because there's parking on both sides of the street. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing residents, their mirrors are being taken off. Their cars are being swiped and scratched by trucks. What can you tell us about this situation?
Oh, well, I've been living there for a while. I moved a few years ago, but it's been a problem for many, many, many years. And of course, there's even more cars on the island of Montreal right now. We can say that the cars are growing up, increasing faster than the population in Montreal right now. So we do understand the dismay of the residents, and we've been working on solution for several months now. And we met recently, I think it was in June 16, with the residents on the Saint-Hubert Street, mm-hmm. and we committed to a number of measures that since have been implemented or are in process of being implemented. Like the electronic signs upstream of Rachel to announce that the lane is narrow and that the big trucks cannot go further. Uh-huh. We implement some bollard on Rachel and Montreal to create some kind of a funnel effect. Upstream of Montreal, we communicated the problem with the local precinct police so they can conduct a surveillance operation in the area, and we order some temporary speed bumps, and we're waiting for this thing. So the thing is, people want to have shortcuts, and like the big trucks wants to have shortcuts, and they don't realize that the street is being too narrow. Then they try to go there. And as we were on the street with the residents, we were witness of some really surreal situation that the trucks were really big, and they tried to make it there, but they went backwards. Thank God. And so this is, we're working on it, and we really understand the problem, and we're not letting them down.
So, Mary, one of the things about the plateau, right? A lot of streets have been reconfigured and directions have been changed, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, like there's a reason why that's done. It calms traffic. It makes streets safer. But I'm just wondering, if you make Mont Royal pedestrian and then you add on top of it all of these streets that are now one way, so there's no other options for drivers, could there be, in the future, maybe Mont Royal stays pedestrian all year? Like, people love it being pedestrian, right?
Yeah,
and then you go down that path, but you also make some changes with the one-ways so that there are some other options. Because it seems like, I don't think trucks necessarily want to make everyone's lives miserable, but the drivers feel they don't have any other options.
Well, it's not the residential streets are not transit. Are not supposed to be for transit, and they have some official route that they have to go, and Saint-Hubert is not part of it. And when you look at the different streets of the Plateau-Mont Royal, they are really narrow streets, and they were not both. They were not. They were one-way street. We just sometimes we change the side of the one-way, and that's it. It's because they are residential street, and they should be they should stay at it as it is. It's not like a transit or for trucks or anything. So local destination it can be, but not for transit.
So, and let me just ask you one last question before I have to let you go. There have been residents that got tickets, like they parked, with just a little bit of their car on the sidewalk because they didn't want to get hit, and they saw their neighbors getting their mirrors taken off. Will there be any forgiveness for people that were just trying to make sure their cars didn't get damaged?
I don't.
Yeah, are you there?
Well, as you probably know, we cannot just. They have to contest it. They have to go, because I cannot say, "Oh, okay, let's forget about it." The councillors cannot do that. And once a contravention is given, you cannot just make it disappear, unfortunately.
Okay, gotcha. So the advice there: contest the ticket, and hopefully, the prosecutor and the judge will be paying attention to all the news on this.
Yeah.
Okay, Maddie, we got to leave it there. It's great talking to you.
Hey, great talking to you. See you soon.
Take care. Absolutely. That's Maddie Plourde, Deputy Mayor for the City of Montreal and a councillor in the Plateau-Mont Royal.